not sure how much I talked about it on the channel, but I mentioned quite frequently in my Twitch streams, and I believe I've mentioned it on the channel, but there was a stray cat that I've been feeding, and she was pregnant, and she had her babies like 5 weeks ago, and we want to catch her and her babies so they could be indoor cats. So we found out that she moved her kittens close to my house. I was going to the store to do some shopping at Walmart, and I see, like out of the corner of my eye, a little cat, and I could like barely see them, but they looked smaller than the mama cat. So I was like, wait, I think that is a kitten. So then I got home and I had a net to try and catch the kittens because they're all feral. So I didn't know how easy it was going to be to catch them. So they were underneath a bush, and they were like so deep into this bush that I had to chop branches off to even be able to see the kittens. So I did some trimming on the bush, and I had to crawl into the opening that I made, and I see these 2 little babies, and the mama cat was outside too, and she was growling, because those are her babies and she doesn't know what's going on. She just thinks that we're a threat to them. So we ended up catching the babies, but from advice from other people that we knew, they told us to catch the babies first and then wait to catch the mama after. So that's what we did. And I got scratches all over my arm from, you can't really see it because of the lighting, but I got scratches all over my arm from trying to get the babies. I had gloves on, but they still scratched so high that it got above the gloves, and they were biting the gloves, and it was still going through my finger, even though the gloves were really thick. But I was able to crawl in there, and I grabbed this little gray and white kitten. It's mostly gray, but there's also a sibling next to them when I grabbed the gray one. And once I put the gray one in the carrier, the black one was gone. And I was like, oh no, how am I ever going to be able to find the black kitten now? So I had to do some more searching to try and get the black kitten because I didn't want to leave a kitten behind. But it took me like 5 minutes of searching, and then I see a little black and white face with blue eyes staring at me. I mean, their eyes haven't changed colors yet because they're only 5 weeks. So let's see in the future what color eyes. Their mama has green eyes and the dad has like yellow, orange. I think that they're going to have green eyes. But I grabbed the black and white one, and I was so nervous that I was going to mess up the capture of them, because I never grabbed kittens myself before, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna mess this up. super nervous of us now. She doesn't trust us. But my mom was able to grab her. And we thought that if she saw her kittens, that she would want to, like, be around them. She would want to be inside for her kittens. That's not how it played out. She ended up just running around my laundry room full speed in circles just around the perimeter of the room. She climbed the walls. She tore down the curtains. She had no desire to see her babies. She was going crazy. She got in the cage with them just out of pure luck with her running around. And I was like, oh, she's gonna see the babies and then everything's gonna be fine. No. She ended up spilling the litter box, which was like a little pan, because, you know, the kittens are small. They can't get into a normal litter box. But the mom flipped so much cat litter onto these poor little babies' heads to the point where they just looked like balls of dust. So we had literally no other choice but to put the mom back outside, because she literally would have never stopped moving, and I was afraid that she was going to hurt her babies and herself. So that could have gone smoother, but now we know that Mama does not want to be an indoor cat. She can explore outside. But I have 2 new kittens, so they are going to be my cats. I will be adopting them. They are so sweet. They've only been in my house for a day, but they are already so attached to me. I made them wet food and water mixture, so it's like a gruel, and they've been eating that every like 4 hours. And I've been using a little like feeding tube to feed them, and they know how to use the litter box on their own. And they're literally like the sweetest little angels. We've been trying to flea comb them, but they're such little wiggle worms that it's so hard to get them to be still for it. But they are so cute. And of course, once they're old enough, we're going to take them to the vet and everything. But the gray cat, we think that he might have an eye infection, which is pretty common for kittens. So we're going to have to take him to the vet a little sooner to check out that eye, get him some eye medicine. But I adore them. They are the cutest things. The gray and white one is a boy, and the black and white one is a girl. And she has white around her mouth, and it looks like she has a mustache. The black and white one was the spicier of the 2 when I was catching them. And moving them from the carrier to the cage, she was not having it. And then it was like a flip of a switch. She immediately was like, oh wait, you're mother now. And now they both adore me. They are obsessed with me. They're attached to me at the hip. They are so affectionate and sweet. And they both have such cute little tiny faces because they're babies. So the gray one, that is a boy, I named him Valentine. Valentine. We're going to call him Val for short. I named him Valentine because I just like the name, and also there's a Monster High character named Valentine. And I don't some reassurance, but there's no one left out there. They usually all huddle together. So when I found them, they were in like a bunch of sticks and branches, like right on top of each other, and they were just huddling against each other. So cute, absolutely adorable. I have to go out and buy them kitten food today because I wasn't expecting to have kittens so soon. So I gotta stock up on kitten food to mix was supposed to be. And it takes a little while for them to say their names. So I was like, who is this? And how do they know so much? The pizza scene, though, is iconic. It had some interesting stuff, like the roach arms and stuff. Super cool, but also what was like 99% of the movie. So now I have to watch the 5th one. So hopefully that one's a little better. A little bit better. And I also watched the first season of Black Mirror. I had watched the first 2 episodes before, but I never watched episode 3. So I rewatched the first 2 and watched the 3rd one. And it's okay. I did not really like the first episode. The second episode was okay. The 3rd episode was my favorite out of the 3, but still it wasn't great. But I'm hoping to enjoy maybe the 2nd season more, because it does seem like the budget is going up like every episode. But the 3rd episode I just found the most interesting. I honestly know very little about Black Mirror. The only episode that I really knew about was the first one. Like, before watching it, that was the only episode that I actually heard people talking about, because it is quite odd an episode. I'm also not sure if I mentioned this before, but I watched 28 Years Later. There was a lot of pickles. It was something, I'll tell you what. I didn't dislike it, and I had absolutely no idea that was, what's his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was like, oh, that kind of looks like him. But I didn't actually think it was him. But it was him. I don't think I'd ever seen him in a beard before, so jump scare. That was a bit of a surprise. But it made me really want to watch 28 Days Later, and I've been wanting to watch that anyway. And I don't even know if I've seen 28 Weeks Later. I don't think that I have. And I saw that they were going to make 28 Years Later a trilogy. Why are they doing all that? The ending was wild. And what's up with the dude from Sinners? The dude that was like the leader of like the vampires. I remember him from Skins, and I didn't even recognize that that was the dude from Skins. Why is he in everything now? Because he was also in 28 Years Later. He just like resurfaced out of nowhere, I feel. I really liked him in Skins though, even though his character was bad, but like his acting was good. Almost everyone's acting in Skins I thought was pretty good, or maybe I'm just misremembering it because it's been a long while since I've watched it. I don't know. I just know I really liked it back in the day. I only watched until like the Effie storyline was over. Oh, don't even. It's so sad. going to sleep after this. I hope you sleep well.